So yesterday I got a wild idea to try to hook up a battery in my car, since how hasn't had a battery hooked up in about 7 years, and see what works and what does not work. This is an 88 chassis, but it's been converted to S89, 90, 91. It's all S5 stuff, non-airbag. So yeah. Well, yesterday I hooked that battery up, and it was interesting. So I have the harness running, down, over. This is all hooked. It's all in back here, like it should be, normal, blah, blah, blah. Now I got the lenses just hanging out, plugged in, hanging out. Taillights are just sitting in there, kinda. Headlights, I got them just sitting here. Got these plugged in. Everything's plugged in. I even got this ground hooked up to the battery. So, the situation is, nothing really works. Let's see. I have the wiring harness here. It goes up. Main relay. They're plugged in. All that jazz. So in order to hook the battery up, normally the main fuse box goes right there. So I just drooped it over the side, right here, dripping down onto the car, and it's right here. Okay. All right. So here I have this black wire right here hooked up. It runs down here, and I got it hooked up there because that's kind of how it is factory, other than this side goes on the alternator. So I'm using a wiring harness here that the only thing out of this harness satch is the power and ground cables, the main cables. Here I have an S5 harness that is unmolested. They're the same thing, other than it doesn't have these cables on it. Because that harness was going to be used for battery relocation and something else. So anyway, I got this powered up. By that, I have my ground going to the chassis up here. It's a nice clean spot. I cleaned it off. Put a nice stud on there so it gets good connection. So here's my problem. Okay. The key's off. Actually, there isn't even, I don't even have a key switch harness on it. So I turn on my headlights. They work like they should. Okay. Now, if I turn on this turn signal to the right, my headlights come on. I think the high beams are coming on as well. I'm not sure. I haven't looked, but and that's the only thing that really works. I'm getting no power to I'm getting no power to the actual key switch harness, the power wire right here, which is kind of weird because all this stuff has never been hacked before, and it's all OEM and has never really been in. Everything's been plugged in the whole time. Under here, let's see. All that's plugged in. CPU's in there, it's plugged in. Yada yada. Now, here's an interesting thing. With the way it is, the fuel pump relay always wants to power up. I unplugged it because the relay was just sitting on and getting warm, and see, just wants to keep powering on. That shouldn't be like that. And that's where I'm at. I do have brake lights. My brake lights work. Them work fine. My hazards, they work fine and work fine on all four corners. Just the headlight, that switch works. I don't have no cruise control, so I don't know. My wipers don't work. Radio don't work. Nothing else works. Top don't work. Fog lights don't even work, which is weird because it's on same circuit. So I'm just trying to get it figured out. Figured maybe you might have a quick answer. I think I just got something plugged in somewhere wrong or not plugged in. I'm gonna go through here in a minute and double check. Get my voltmeter out and start crossing. Get some extra wire and start plugging on these relays up here. They're all these relays are. You know, headlights, they're all plugged in where they should be. Yada yada.